Hi, y'all. This is a lesson for anybody that would like to have a writing assignment before Christmas that centers on holiday poetry, which is a really fun assignment. Kind of gives you something different from your normal writing that we've been doing and allows you to still use decorations, quality adjectives, ly words, but in a different and unique way. So what I'd love for you to do is to turn to page 75 of your workbook. Give you just a minute to get there. And you'll see at the top of the page, it's going to say Special Lesson Holiday Poetry. And I'd love for you to read together with me. Since this is the holiday season, it should be fun to write a special poem that you could share with your family. You might even write a poem that would make a good greeting card. Now, a poem is a composition written in verse form rather than paragraphs. I'm sure all of you have heard poems at this point in your school career. Poems express the writer's thoughts or feelings in a way that's pleasing to listen to. Poems usually have a rhythm or rhyme to them. Poems also usually use very descriptive language. For this lesson, you'll be able to choose one of three types of poems. So I'm going to go through these with you, and then you're going to get to pick one and write on that piece of that type of poetry for your holiday poem. Number one, the cinquain. A cinquain is a simple five-line verse in five-line verse form. Its structure follows a specific model that creates a rhythm. And in line one, you're going to have two syllables, which would be the subject of the verse. Line two, and when I say that two syllables, like if you can just glance down here at your example where it says here is a sample, snowman, you'll see is the first line. Snowman, two syllables. The second line has four syllables describing the subject. And here, a recommendation is try using a quality adjective. So let's look down at the example. Magical fun. Four syllables, and they used a quality adjective, magical. So snowman, magical fun. We've got our four syllables. Line three has six syllables. They recommend using a strong verb. Line four has eight syllables, expressing a feeling or an observation about the subject. And line five only has two syllables, describing or renaming the subject. So let's look at the example here. Snowman, magical fun, enchanting the children as he dances and sings with life. Frosty. So that is their poem in a cinquain form. So the key here obviously is clapping out each syllable and counting them, keeping track so you put the right one. So this really, it's so short and kind of easy because it's so short, but it's challenging in that you're really having to keep to your syllable counts. Just a note here at the bottom, it says the subject could be any word or phrase that's two syllables that has something to do with the holidays. So two syllables, you could say candy, you could say sparkle, you could say green trees, Christmas trees. You could say candles, and the list goes on. So there's your first option. Your second option for a poem is the five senses poem. Turn your page to page 76. A five senses poem does not have to rhyme. However, if you want to, you can write it in rhyming pairs of lines like the sample below. I'll read you in a moment. The rhyming lines are called couplets. Couplets. In this poem, each line describes an aspect of the holidays by describing how it looks, sounds, feels, tastes, or smells. Here is a sample of rhyming couplets. Dazzling lights decorating neighborhood streets. Shops and homes offering tasty treats. Steamy hot chocolate erasing all cares. Sweet spicy aromas sweeping through the air. Good cheer and glad tidings go everywhere you go, people reaching out to those they may not even know. So that's really beautiful. You've got streets, treats, cares, air, go, no. And I'm a huge fan of rhymes, so I love that. And you see they put in still great dress ups, dazzling lights, tasty treats. You've got your quality adjectives, steamy, hot chocolate, more quality adjectives, sweet, spicy. And this one, it is capitalizing on your senses. So you can see over to the right here, the first line addresses what you see, the looks. The second line, what you taste. Third line, what you feel. The fourth line, what you smell. And the last part has what you hear. So if you choose this one, you are going to surround it with your 5 senses and things that you see, hear, feel, touch, smell for the holidays. Next, an acronym. In this kind of poem, you choose a word or words as the focus of the poem. Your word may be anything related to the holiday season. You write the word down, literally down your paper, in large all capital letters. Then you write a poem describing the word, making the letters of the first word of each line. And here's a really easy example. Let's read it together. So they used holidays, that's what you see in bold, going down, and each one is a line beginning with that letter that describes, in this case, holidays. So happiness on everyone's faces, laughter everywhere you go, inside families gather together, dining, talking, smiling, about the past year's events. Yesterday is gone, soon a new year will begin. And it's interesting, you'll notice it flows together. So for example, it's not just happiness. You look at the next line, it's on everyone's faces. So they actually flow into each other. Happiness on everyone's faces. Inside families gather together, dining, talking, smiling, flowing into the next one about the past year's events. So notice that there is a flow there. There is a brainstorming page on page 77 to help you if you write a 5 senses poem. And I want you real quick to turn to page 78. The assignment is to write one of the 3 types of poems about the holidays that we went over. Use quality adjectives, strong verbs, ly words, and I recommend add a picture. Your teacher will confirm if you have to add even a little illustration to it. But this is if you love art, this is a great opportunity to get art in there. Share your poem with, I'd love for you to share it with me, but at the very least, share it with your family. You can even make it into a greeting card. Here's an illustrated sample from a 4th grade student. A wonderful holiday. And you'll notice she did the 5 senses poem here. Families feel jolly, so they put up the holly. Candy canes are given to everyone. They taste the peppermint, and soon there will be none. The streets glow with sparkling holiday lights, shining oh so very bright. Baking favorite gingerbread treats. Can you smell the cinnamony sweets? Singing carolers with their high-pitched voices. Oh, so many wonderful choices. And then you see how she drew some cute little illustrations around that go with her poem. So it was simple, but it was really beautiful. And it really captures the holiday to her or him. So with that, I hope you have fun doing holiday poetry. And I shared this on the other lesson I just left for anybody wanting to write a story over the season. But I'll say it here in case you don't get to see that. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I know this is my last time getting to share with you and be here with you until Christmas. So enjoy all the tasty treats. Enjoy the family time, the extra playtime that comes with Christmas break, the sparkle, the glitz, and the ornaments, and all the beauty surrounding the season is just, it can't help but be everybody's favorite time of the year. And yet, here's your reminder for me as well to may your mind and your heart stay centered on the reason that we do all these fun things right now, which is to center our minds and our hearts to celebrate the fact that God sent his son here for us to free us and to forgive us, and ultimately to sacrifice himself for us. And oh, what an amazing, amazing gift. The very best gift we could have ever imagined getting. So I hope that stays in the center of your mind and your heart as you go through the season, enjoying all the fun there is to enjoy, and keeping that first in your heart. I wish you guys the very merriest of Christmases, and I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Have a great rest of your day, y'all. Bye-bye.